How's everyone doing? Is the... Do I have to disable the goddamn... Just... Turn off. I want to uninstall it, I just want to turn it off. I guess it doesn't see me on anymore. Let me post a few places that... Ah, yes, Poggingway. Yeah, my favorite Twitch streamer. Pretty vulgar guy, but, you know, he's kind of funny. Alright, so we are continuing the MSQ after that heavy-ass shit that was last stream. God. Alright, hell of an honor. By the way, the title of this quest is Lyrics from Answers. Freya, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination. We can Evan can hit the dais that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I, mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Meteion. Yeah, did you? Yeah. It ends with that. I think that's like one of the last lyrics. Thou must live, die, and know. I think that's it. Was that referencing what happens here all along? Were they planning for this shit this entire goddamn time? Oh yeah, I'd be cool to chat, sure. Sure, let's go in homies. Homies.
Nah, Free, there's no way.
There's no way what?
That they wrote answers with the intention of being like, oh yes, you're gonna go back in time and
then why else would they write it? Why else would they write that?
It's the same way like Red versus Blue was written.
Okay, don't compare this to Red versus Blue. Don't you fucking dare.
Oh, I mean, it's expansion per expansion, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have to think that they probably planned this ahead. At least like some big plot points of Endwalker ahead.
There's no way.
Monty did.
Did they have like the general concept of maybe like, oh, you go back in time? Yeah, maybe.
Then live, die, and know.
There's no way it was like, oh, okay, we're gonna write this song 10 years in the future.
Well, with the knowledge of what's gonna happen in the story, yeah. You don't know how crazy these people are.
I think it's a Red versus Blue situation where it was like, oh yes, if you look at the greater whole, it's like, did they plan that? Did they? And then you find out that nah, Bernie and Matt.
But don't compare this to Red versus Blue. God damn it!
Well, I'm using it because they also use Cerberus retcons and Cerberus syndrome a whole lot. So it kind of fits. It's like, did they plan that? Was that planned the entire time? No, probably not.
Yeah, but you have to consider how these writers are. Everything's got to wrap up or connect with one another in some way.
Is within.
Well, the also thing is that like the writers for Endwalker were the writer for Shadowbringers who hadn't done anything previously. Besides
That's not the only writer for this, you know.
And the writer for Stormblood, who also did nothing previously before Stormblood.
Yes, but they were lore writers.
Ah.
Like here, let's look at his IMDb. What was he? Bonri Oda. He has been world lore creator since A Realm Reborn.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, baby.
And Natsuko Ishikawa.
You did nothing besides the Dark Knight questline and Shadowbringers. Sure of it, because we always.
She was game content designer in Heavensward. That's her earliest one.
Oh, okay.
But still, I mean, and even then, there's Yoshi P.
Yes.
I'm sure he has some say in story.
It was certifiably insane. Yes.
I wouldn't say he's insane. Well, maybe a bit. One of my favorite things was watching was like reading an interview where everyone's like, "Are you okay? You look kind of ghastly," and he keep going, "Yeah, I just lost weight. That's all I did. I'm not that tired. I just lost weight." So that's why he looks like that, by the way. Bye, mommy. I mean, mommy. Sorry, mommy. Sorry.
May you and yours emerge triumphant.
Pretty much. We're talking about a person who regularly, who at the end of every or with the launch of every expansion, has a picture of themselves holding a monster collapsed on the ground.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's insane. That means he's awesome.
That means he's dedicated.
He makes cosplay for
must be ready.
Every new expansion.
To securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this,
the job the hero of light is based on what he did.
To learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control.
Never been a healer.
I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a
So, I have a question.
Who would be invaluable in the crises to come.
So, Asians have never died, technically, right?
Quite the dilemma.
I mean, they die. They choose to die.
Must work independently of the
convocation. Remember, they say returning to the star. That means choosing to die.
No. I don't mean right now. I mean when we face MXL, Labrea.
Oh no, they're dead.
We must be equal to
no, when we face them.
We must prove that
we killed them.
When MXL goes fucking nuts, he's died before, right?
On how we confront the
we had to kill him.
When not us before.
Hold on, I'm just gonna listen to what she's saying.
We would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end.
Endwalker?
As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
So what you're asking is, has Emmett Selk died before becoming an Ascian, or?
Yes. Like because they say, oh, memories get unlocked when you die. So are we? When it comes to us facing Emmett Selk, is he aware that?
No,
Meteion
absolutely not.
there? Okay.
I feel like he would have known.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
So Van Daniel going nuts, it's just him going nuts. It's not him being inspired by Meteion at all. Apparently. Shut up again, because this is important.
Actually, now I don't know anymore.
Hey.
What? Yeah, I've done this dungeon before. It was okay.
But now play as Verant.
Vana.
Even now,
Verant?
I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky
Look,
was
freelance,
aflame.
it's French. Again, you barely. There's 5 syllables, and you pronounce like 5, and you pronounce like 7 of them.
And screams darken the seas.
Hers has 5 letters. Where are the 5 syllables?
Exactly, because it's French.
Where terror twists magics into abominations.
Yeah, shut up, because this is important.
Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac.
Minnie, we're witnessing the final days. It's kind of important.
Here, get some pets.
And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong. Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again.
He sounds like someone from fucking
free of sorrow.
Mystery of the Druids.
No, it will not. For there has ever
Mr.
been
Halligan.
sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes.
And to be fair,
to try and reclaim those lives we lost.
Hermes
by
just might have gone
sacrificing
insane just from
yet
all this
more
happening.
Isn't wisdom.
I suppose that's
it is
very
weakness.
true.
I'll probably have to
No
look it up.
paradise is without
There's
its shadows.
so much being told.
If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
Oh look, a Louis Swall callback.
That's not just a Louis Swall callback, that is an Answers callback.
Oh, is that also an Answers?
Open your eyes while our plight
Almighty
is
Zodiac!
repeated.
God, born of our boundless faith.
So they at least had answers in mind, like they at least knew of the final days while they were writing answers, I'd say.
Accept
Yeah.
this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You're so weird, man.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Mr. Halligan.
I see you summoned Heidelin, Mr.
Mr. Halligan.
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong.
His voice acting ain't great, is it?
And amidst it
hilarious.
all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of,
Minnie, I just did ring fit. I
or
can't hold my
perhaps
arm up
because
that
of this, I choose to believe in mankind's
Well,
potential.
whose fault is that for being
In his
wanting to be
ability
healthy?
to find a way forward.
Who knows, maybe holding out my arm and petting Minnie will,
So let there be no way back.
So your
From
body
that
Oh shit, am I playing as
temptation,
Heidelin?
I sunder
I mean,
us.
Vanaf? That'd be cool.
No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
Damn.
What a cool ass line, huh?
Wait, so what is she basically saying? Like,
Uh,
no more shall we rely on creation magics?
No, hope is born from suffering, so I'm gonna make sure that we have suffering.
So that's how she thinks, you know, Amarant was flawed. It was too perfect.
It was born without, or people didn't want to have sorrow.
Yeah.
So she's gonna create worlds with sorrow built in, pretty much.
So is she the reason the shard we got split up?
Yes.
I breathe
Say that.
fire.
I think I thought it was specifically Heidelin and Zodiark's like fight that caused that to happen.
No,
I birth a
Vinette here is
world
like,
of suffering,
I'm gonna sunder us
mire
because
and flame.
suffering.
Well, someone had to make that decision.
Yeah. Oh.
Jeez.
In one fleeting moment.
In one
lives
fleeting
come and
moment.
go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die?
Jesus.
As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find
hey.
your purpose,
That's cool.
knowing your end is assured.
I was about to ask if her stumbling looked familiar for you, but that might have given it away.
I wouldn't have guessed, but
To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
it's awesome.
Yeah. Cool, huh?
They had to have made answers with that in mind.
They probably had like the note
A
of
conjunction has begun to
apocalypse.
form.
Yeah, they probably had
An
some basic
intertwining
notes,
of
obviously.
your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
This weed ain't shit.
Oh, that was weird. Can't wait to not talk about it with anyone.
Can't wait to move my mouth flaps without anything coming out. Then we get to the one moment at the very end where they used like one of the many voice lines we can use and have them actually say something.
That'd be great.
That'd be great, but it's never gonna happen. That'd be way too much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No. Oh no.
Pokeball. What? What? Oh, there. Okay. Don't know why they're not being so weird for me.
Pokeball in the Final Fantasy. Why?
Alright. In terms of like hub areas, I think Charlene's my favorite. I like Reds at Han, but I like Charlene a lot. Maybe it's its
Do you
night.
like-
I like its night music.
Do you like India or do you like Greece?
I mean, I like both. They're both good. I think I just like... Charlian kind of has a more comfy feel. I guess that's because it doesn't have a red sky over it. That's probably...
Wow.
It's probably one of the reasons.
Now.
For now, yeah. Also, I just like the music.
Yeah.
The night music is really calming. And someone made it really clear to me, like, there's gonna be a lot of school RPs going on around here.
Oh yeah. It'd be great.
We're gonna see people on the desks. It's like, what the fuck are you doing on the desks? Uh-oh. They're talking.
Yeah. Planning.
What are you guys
Fine.
planning? You fucking
As
potatoes.
As Lalafels always do. Forever.
You have a knack for turning up exactly when needed, and this is no exception. Freya, impeccable timing as always. I heard you off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, it's
You
so
see,
often...
you see, speaking of Lalafels being evil, did you see Jesse Cox reacting to his, like, get up, get out animation of his Lalafel character, and then exiting out of the game after waiting in queue for like 5 hours?
Wait, what? No?
Yes.
I don't watch Jesse Cox all that much.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
In this case, while you wait, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss...
Basically told you what happened.
For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back.
Let's see.
One thing I should probably do is the role quest. Did they say you had to do one?
No, I think it's just like a neat little flavor thing.
Alright, well, you might as well... Oh no! Ellie, say it's hurt. Don't worry, I will protect it.
There you go, free. It's in homies.
She'd probably get really mad at me if I tried to protect her. Accidentally logs out after waiting... Oh, man.
Yes.
He went to the bed and lied down?
Yes.
Did he not know that logged you out?
Apparently not. Or I didn't remember.
They're running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alfino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Amonis is one of the worst affected. Please tell me we go to fucking What is it? What is the place called that Locus Amonis is? It's,
I forget.
Starts with a C, I think.
Mysterium.
Thank City and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Meteion have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. What? Just stuck that in there?
You're a griddle, yeah.
As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the forum. From what we can gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortuneau to the people of Razatan. Following this discussion, Vitra declared his support of the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Oh? Apparently, the forum caught wind of a lunar teleporter to the moon, in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Harnish refugees to the tower, Alfino, Alice, Hastini, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is,
that seems like a good plan, huh?
Trouble is, the capital is hardly the safest place to go in, and now...
Oh.
The final days have come to Garlemald.
Oh.
I'm surprised that wasn't the first one, considering the tower's there. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortuneau. Then panic broke out, and our communications were severed. Far from what fragments we were able to make out before the link show went completely silent, most of the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Freya. Please, you must help them. Yes.
Yeah, punch.
Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you'd best take every possible precaution. Yes. Oh, I have a new, like, kind of regular, glamour for my Reaper.
Didn't like, ooh. Wait a minute. No, that character.
No, you don't. You saw nothing.
See, this is my original OC,
I call her Mist.
I was trying to think of different, like, cloud formations, but it's all escaped me.
Her name is Thunder?
No, like Nimbus.
Yeah. Coco Beware? What?
Yeah, Coco Beware.
Freya, not a moment too soon. The skies of Gollum are ablaze. How'd you know? I can't see him. But it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacius that the Forum's airship had landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route. We will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart. Several cutscenes are playing in sequence. Let's recommend that exercise. Yep. I have time. I have time!
But that's not all, freelance.
Why? That's not good. Ah, that's the monster that specifically attacked Alisaie.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
So what are you gonna do about it, Fortuno?
Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
Fortuno!
Come, we must build a line of defense.
What?
You know what's a
Sorry.
You know what's a great way to tell people, to make people calm down, telling them to calm down.
Yeah!
How?
How what?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
Oh well, look at that. It looks like you need your children. Oh, I know that attack. That was the right-hand thrust.
Nice.
Esteniao! He's a Dragoon.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
I like how Estinian is only happy with Alshino. That's like the cutest thing.
Then you were gonna say, he's only happiest when he's fighting.
No, he's happy when he's with Alfino. Whenever he sees Alfino, he's like, little man. I'm happy now.
Yes.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Okay,
You are now a sage.
Help is at hand.
Gotcha! Bada boom! Bada bing, baby! So, what would you think? How'd you think of Sage when you played this?
It's great.
It's fun, isn't it? It's a fun healer.
Get into it.
I gotta get into it, yeah. You are all okay. Damn it. Dosis 2. Levi, you're Dosis!
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a improved form of doses. Handed down through generations of the Lavier family.
Oh no, it's a dot.
Oh.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
You're not doomed. You're not doomed. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh.
Stop. Stop it.
No, they did it.
Stop it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, they did it.
We're going to be over my fear. Alfino, do what you can. I'm trying my best.
Come with me.
I was waiting for this moment. Where father and son work together. It had to happen eventually. Because that's how stories work.
You're safe now.
I am now calming them. Calm down.
Good. No. So, no, freelance.
Easy
The
now.
world quests are not mandatory.
Deep breaths.
What? Wait, what?
World quests? They're not mandatory.
Is that mandatory?
Not mandatory.
Alright, well, I should probably still do them.
Yeah, you should probably at least do one.
Worry not
I'll
for the
try to do one
refugees,
before we
but
finish
for
the game, but...
yourself.
I'm not worrying for my... Worry not for the refugees, but yourself. Protect the refugees.
Do not give your heart to their suffering, boy. Close your heart to their suffering.
Close your heart to their suffering, boy. Imagine people who only play DPS getting this and going like, wait, I have to do what? It's like when that, like, yeah, when you play as like Ishtola. What do you mean I have to keep Hien alive?
Everyone, you're healing yourself?
God damn it. I like that Sunny just calmly turns around.
Ugh.
There's definitely a lot to still learn from playing as Sage, but
Yeah. Considering how bad of a white mage I turned out to be, maybe I should try Sage.
huh?
Since I turned out to be a bad white mage, maybe I should try Sage out.
Maybe you should keep doing White Mage, considering that's the easiest one. So that you can be good with White Mage, and then you'll be good with Sage. I wonder why they didn't allow me to do Klaxion on Estinian there. That would have been a good time to show it.
What's Klaxion do?
It just, whatever you do, it'll affect them.
Someone, please!
What?
Don't. I don't want to die.
Oh yeah!
Forward! Let not a single fiend
Yeah! Euless, my dude!
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once.
Yeah!
We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
The gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial
So
Army.
what roll crest are you planning on doing for ED now?
Well, DPS.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You did the tank, I'm guessing?
Yes, I'm doing it right now. Oh, wait, because I don't want to spoil the armor set
I
you
had
get.
hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod
Oh, I
that.
didn't check to see if...
You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now,
I want
let's
Alice's
go.
outfit so bad.
It's really good.
It's really good. Ah, yeah! Emboldened.
Yeah,
Is that a... Is that
I'm
specific?
assuming.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not...
assuming it's a razor.
Just Crimson Savior everyone until death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crimson Savior. Crimson Savior.
With the occasional country 60.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love Red Mage. It's so good.
Yeah, but when do we get Crimson Savior?
You get it pretty... I'm pretty sure I have it on mine. Oh, I was about to heal myself. Thanks, Kraha. I got it, I got it. I wonder if we're going to Locus Amonis as the last area. That'd be pretty cool.
crackles with energy. Find cover!
Oh, Christmas.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Excuse me a moment.
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Oh look, it's the part from the trailer.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alizé. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone. I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Yeah.
What is this Freya Frostwing character?
Oh, a trio to the ages.
No. She sounds like a terrible OC.
Yeah. Not as bad as
Amazing.
Catherine Wolfset.
No.
Come on, man. Joking.
What the hell say?
Huh?
That's what they all say.
And I mean it.
Oh.
Besides, we'll never match up the Cold Steel the Head character.
No. Never.
The beginning. I had a feeling I'd find you. This should be the last of the West troublemakers. Get ready!
Yeah, freelance, you're doing it.
You print. Of course I'm doing it. I'm the esteemed Freya Frostfang.
Yeah. Royalty, though.
Huh?
Not nobility, though.
Not nobility. But she holds herself in high esteem. It's all about positivity.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. That'll get broken down in a few RP sessions.
Oh, yeah.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Oh, hey, it's that lady.
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Ah.
It's the boy.
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Why have you come?
Come.
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
Fucking love his voice.
Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
I really wish we can get his fucking Reaper scythe.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot
Maybe you
still
can.
be on about a rematch.
Maybe.
That is and has ever been my sole concern.
Yeah, that's all he wants. It's Xenos.
wants a
He's
rematch.
Fucking insane.
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yeah! Julius! Julius! What?
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty.
He doesn't care.
Innocent civilians.
He doesn't care.
He only cares about one thing, and that's
by their
battle.
own flesh and blood, lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You.
It's funny because he did it all to get Zodiac. He's like, yeah, that was like nothing. Zodiac was nothing.
Bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you
More
must
powerful
control
than
your
gods, apparently.
It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
Probably not.
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
Don't.
What a badass quote.
Don't do it. Don't.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
Good boy.
But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos!
You're stinky.
Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
I don't think he wants the time of day from anyone except me.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
God, Estinian, you're so cool.
God, he's so cool.
God, he's so cool.
I have no idea, Freelance, how many times during that cutscene I was like, join us. But, come on. Join us. Join us.
Who, Fortuno?
Oh, the Xenos.
Xenos?
Yeah.
I knew
it's
that
like, come on, do it.
I knew that wouldn't happen. That'd be too much wishful thinking.
I have no idea why no one just goes up to Xenos and it's like, hey Xenos, you know that rematch you want so badly? It'll happen quicker if you help us deal with whatever the fuck's going on.
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't want just a rematch. He wants a rematch while I'm at my angriest. And he thinks this might facilitate that.
Well, yeah, but if he helps, it'll be over.
Yeah, but then I won't be that angry. Friends in the Crystarium. Lena and Victor both warned me against overexerting myself. It's strange that they would express such similar sentiments, identical in fact, but their advice is duly noted. We couldn't save them all, but if we'd arrived any later, it would have been a massacre. Things are looking bleak. We're looking bleak until you and the first turned up.
You have to figure out in your mind what those Roman numerals stood for free.
Huh?
Do you have to wait a bit?
I thought it said iced. So I was like, what do you mean iced? You mean you, Estinian? Is that a weird way of saying you?
I mean, they're technically iced out, yes.
Oh, shut up.
Don't hate me because I speak the truth.
I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. Honestly, Xenos, your dynamis at Applebee's was abhorrent. It's my new favorite tweet.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
What do you mean you guys trust me?
Fuck is that?
Look at this. You know what, Ulysses, you're pretty base.
Not like that cringe Xenos.
Not like that cringe Quintus.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
That was pretty gay. He shot himself. Couldn't handle it. Eh.
Blew his cringe brains over the cringe wall.
Control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
Why don't you do it, Father?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course,
I hate that you're so much alike like
my
me.
gratitude insufficient.
You gotta stop being mean. I hate father like son.
I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
I want you to tuck me in bed, read me a bedtime story.
And not to embark upon some scheme to impede us.
I swear.
You know how, like, at the end of Shadowbringers, we're like, fuck Fortuneau, and now we're like, yeah, fuck Fortuneau.
Yeah.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
What?
Did you hear something just now?
What? What is that? Is that a tempered loperate? Or are they just tired?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh my god, it's Puddingway.
What?
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
God, Endwalker's a fucking roller coaster.
Eh.
Is there comedy in Shadowbringers? I honestly can't think.
There is absolutely comedy in Shadowbringers.
I cannot think of a single scene where I was like, that's pretty funny.
Even
Oh no, Urianger is taking him over.
And to this bitter climb,
Urianger has looked tempering. He has tempered the level.
He has become a primal. We must stop him.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Hey, Freelance, do you remember about an hour ago when that bird girl turned into, like, the embodiment of despair and hopelessness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely needed something to lighten up after that.
And now you're here.
Ere I procure more suitable garments.
Is he okay?
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen.
They say that. And Jose's like, are you sure you want to be out here in the cold? And Urianger just said yes, but
Alright.
It's food, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed.
Oh yeah, Fortuno, these are the things you've been talking to.
So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous, more so before the impending doom, but still.
Mappingway's voice actor sounds like Beck Luke's voice actor.
Ever be a better time? What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Okay, you gotta be mean to Urianger like that.
Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
I think Poggingway's been tempered by pudding.
Oh god, a fucking pudding primal boss fight.
As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever,
I like in these cutscenes you can see Poggingway just in the background, just aimlessly walking. It's great.
We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star. So naturally, we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but are they?
Yep.
Yes.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Wait, what?
Hail, fellow. Well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the
Shadowbringers. Silk was the main bad guy. That's right.
Yeah, Silk was there.
And I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps.
It wasn't like this.
I followed my heart.
I mean, there was that moment where we met the Numo, and that was pretty funny. Where they ran off and there's like, oh my god, humans are here! Let's see. There's that part where you eat a bunch of shit and you nearly puke.
Right. Yeah, but that's earlier. That's early on. This is late. This is late Endwalker. And we're just getting this. Like, it's not that I don't
Julia
mind
Chai.
the... Oh, yes. Yes. She's more earnest than comedy.
Well, she had some comedy moments.
Yeah.
Good to haveth you back.
Yes, may thy disciples banish this darkest of nights.
No, good to haveth you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Yes. Oh my god, Poggingway.
If that's all quite
still
settled,
doing
can
it.
we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
To be honest,
Oh, I
how do you
dare
say
say
you're
you'll
not?
warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Yeah, no one here is dressed for winter.
Except for me, because this is Hresvelgar jacket. So it was meant for, like, Ishgard. Lucia, a little bit. Oh, now we're here.
Yeah, but she's always in armor.
I dare say Master Fortuno was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians. As you will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. I suggest return to the Annex forthwith. We may yet have time to discuss thy recent ventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra.
Ugh.
Actually, I want to change my minion. There. There he is. Rudy.
What is that?
That if you do the Starlight Festival in Gridania, you'll get one of these.
Oh. Oh, Rudolph.
Yes. That's
okay.
That's the thing. And you'll get to find out who Santa Claus is here.
To do that sometime.
It's not that long.
Oh, I assume not.
I thought that was that one male Vieira we met, but nope, that one has boobies.
Nope. Different male Vieira with boobies.
That is not a male Vieira. I will go back to prove it.
Very much, we don't have time.
We have time.
Can't you just accept the fact that busty boys are a thing?
Look at those tits!
Yeah.
That's not a male Vieira face!
Maybe they're trans, freelance god. No judgmental.
Well, until they say so. God, what is up with male Vieira's, like, posture? Very poor indeed.
It used to be poorer until they found out that the armor used to clip a lot more.
Freya Eversong, okay. Who the fuck
How
is
would
this
you do a
fun-loving
transfer?
dude?
Cool, my dude.
Do you think they're in lesbians?
Yes, all the time, forever.
Ah, Thancred. And you Storla.
Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining, Oriange, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee, in extolling the virtues of Theris. I did inadvertently awaken in Loport's desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Corral tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certainly of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what regulations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Oh man, you have no fucking clue! Space bunnies. No, we already knew that. Oh, right. I went back in time.
Yeah.
Everyone's hot. I really wanted to bang Hythlodaeus.
You have no idea. Also meant mommy. I mean mommy.
Then this dynamics is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, this all but proves it Hana's theory. We're an entity. Through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast, dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of Aether. But if our star served fused with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of the Great Expanse. Meteion. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia.
Oh, Meteion.
Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, destruction of Aetherus. I need a wind-up Meteion so I can have at least some form of happiness. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion and we deliver the world from the final days, but to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, you must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vanat, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Vanat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I wish the Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with her remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetherus, not to stay. You suppose she has abandoned the pursuit of Meteion? The Vat I know would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for free will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answers to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she's made her nest. Then commuting with Hydaelyn must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Meteion have any luck with your investigation of the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of our involved and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Meteion is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found another method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Come in! Sorry to interrupt, we just received word from the Forum. Presence is required in the rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. And Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. I hope you don't mind me staying behind while you attend your big meeting. It also reminds me a bit too much of the supremely scary tribunal in Ishgard. You'll forgive me if I keep my distance. After you have gone, Maud, I went to Labyrinthos and tried to reach Hydaelyn using the Elpis flowers. That's my attempts were in vain. I can only assume that she spent a vast amount of her power in the confrontation with Fandaniel and is presently unable to communicate. Indeed, as our presence left my body, Fiel fainted and groaned. After sending Graha and Estinian back to Garlemald, I stayed in Locus Amonis for a time. Being an Imperial province, it was already in turmoil for the onset of the final days. You wouldn't believe the difficulties we had overseeing the evacuation of the villages we visited. I have faith that the detachment we left behind will continue our work and shepherd the people to safety. Toward safety can be found in the world coming to an end. Closing a town which would presumably be rendered obsolete as a result. She has a few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in polite company, you understand. I think the Crystal Tower first is capable of such feats as sending one's soul into the distant past. The events he witnessed and helped shape, and he had to hold the key to forestalling the final days. I am reminded of dear friends in the future I am made, whose selfless efforts saw the Eight Umbral calamity averted, in this timeline at least. Too much has been sacrificed for us to abandon Aetherius now. Father has granted us the opportunity we've been waiting for. Though we know not what information, if any, they intend to reveal, there's only one way to find out. The Rostra! Well, that was a much quicker response than I was expecting. Nice to know our efforts on the Magna Galactus didn't go unnoticed. At first I wasn't sure what to make of Hermes and his motives, but it's like we discussed the great work. When faced with the harsh realities of life, some seek to lead to death, others go defiant. They fight. Either way, it's our fight to choose. Our right to choose. It was Highland commandment that in the event Zodiac should perish, the Lockwards were to deliver the people of Aethers from harm. Though that be the limit of their duty, they possess knowledge unparalleled of the great expanse and the means of its traversal. Should they be persuaded to resist in our efforts to reach Meteion, we would do well to heed their counsel. That's probably what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. How close am I to the next thing?
Quest are you on?
Outside help.
Where is it? Oh, did I get rid of it? Hold on.
Hello, good sir. Hello, good sir. How you... Oh god, he's disappearing.
Oh no.
Hello, good sir.
Outside help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9?
The 10, depending if you count the quest you're on as counted or not.
Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. As you forget, the sacred institution holds rational discourse from the highest. The elements of war are expressly forbidden. Yay! I'm gonna bring my weapons in there. They'll love it. Fucking assholes. Bitches. Magnus Wolfbane!
Cool.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Okay.
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
Oh, that's a 2B outfit.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
By the way, there's now a campaign in Final Fantasy XI for people to come back.
The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their
because
request
it's
on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Please on here about Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMO.
RPG, yeah.
Servers are fucking full. Go away.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers.
Glaciers.
We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well.
Yeah, now you know how great I am.
Of our gratitude,
yeah.
We will endeavor to answer your
Should've known
questions
how great I was in the first place.
and openly as we are able.
Well, they're pretty isolationist.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
I mean, he's not exactly wrong.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made
ether burner.
Yeah.
Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem?
What could you do?
We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
Thanks, Mother Shane. Thank you.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile
Thanks, Mother Jane.
students,
You're always in our corner.
and
Love
I
you,
find
bro.
their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
We didn't even explain to you why else we need the Ark.
Worry about it.
Okay, I guess we don't need to explain it. I guess we're fine with it.
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its
His
current
hand is not
state.
raised.
And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Yeah, Fortuneau, you little bitch.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Let's take issue with the Forum's approach to selecting humans to save and win. They're not wrong for wanting to minimize potential conflicts. Fortunately, this plan of ours actually works. Their essence itself will become entirely unnecessary. I'll admit, bringing up the issue of the Forum's incomplete arc was more than a little daunting. They were, to their credit, quite open about the current state of affairs. What was even more surprising, though, was when they took Alpino up on his offer. Yeah. I'm a little vexed that we've yet to learn the Forum's replacement for the anti-tower. Although I expect that in time, they'll share that too with us, and with Master Meteion, if they've any sense. The further we pursue the mysteries of the universe, the more I struggle to comprehend the fortuitous nature of time itself. We measure and quantify it based on observations of celestial bodies, such as the sun and moon, but from your account, it isn't clear whether the ancients favoured time in similar manner. I mention this because while Vanar knew the final days would reoccur at a defined point in the future, Poggingway had no way of knowing exactly when. Even so, the completion of the Forum's preparations to escape to the moon, aligning so closely with the advent of the final days, is surely no coincidence. Perhaps the good god Somer was still alive. In the traditional sense, that is. He could have offered to help the vessel attain the necessary speeds. And again, there's no guarantee his contribution would make enough of a difference matter. What are you gonna say?
I mean, we have it right here, Summon.
Yeah, but he's brain dead.
Is he?
Yeah, thanks to the Omega raids.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Of late, I've seen no sign of the Lockwoods. This being their first opportunity to experience the wonders of Charlotte, the potential for misadventure is nigh infinite. Bring me the Tower of Archon. But I was completely unaware of the Forum's plans. There may have been clues here and there, but had I been of a mind to look for them, contemplating that possibility only serves to further wound my pride. Not that anyone could have realistically surmised that their brilliant stratagem was to build a giant ship, fly to the moon, a still larger vessel in the truth, and use that to travel to another star. Even now, that the whole idea seems positively absurd when spoken aloud. I, of course, know how you doing, man. Rest assured, I have every intention of honoring the Forum's decision. Furthermore, I saw us involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Aether Burner might actually work before we attempt to improve it, though. I am now 9 quests away.
Yay!
As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make it your own way there. Hold on, I know I have a weapon coffer. I'm gonna check it out. Hold on. Chondrite weapon coffer. Alright. I just want to see what they look like. Integral Magitech Spear.
Yeah.
Okay, and how does the scythe look?
Oh, right. You have classes.
Ooh, the scythe looks pretty cool.
Oh, fuck. I should have waited to do it on my red page. Damn it.
Let me see how the red mage one looks.
Shit.
That looks pretty cool.
Damn it.
Looks almost like a fishing rod, actually. Let's see if it's 108 damage. How much does my lance do right now? It does 106. Meanwhile, my Reaper sight, 105. Fuck it, we're going to it as Dragoon. So, I mean...
Yeah, that's bad. I make a wait. Fuck.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah. Hey, I make the recommendation that you wait until you're at the quest, and then undoing and then opening all of them and then putting it on all at once.
Okay. Let's just go!
Because the tank set is really fucking cool.
Okay, but then I could just get that. I'm pretty sure I can still buy the Integral Magitech set somewhere. If it's just being given to me in a coffer.
I was should I say it?
Is it future stuff?
It's like the next quest after.
Then do not.
Okay.
little lady that looks like Thancred?
Look, don't worry about it.
She's kind of cute. Alright, Nil Zozo, take me. To the Archeon. Fortuno, you sexy beast. Chance upon several inventors made in the Archeon. May have performed bleed such records would provide insight into the intricacies of clerical duties. Regardless, the Loperites did not consider them worthy of more than a cursory glance. That we have been granted permission to the lower levels is proof of our increased standing. Would that they had been willing to confide in us sooner. Whoopee! Whoopee! He probably sees a coyote. I'll grant you to access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have Apolline take you to the medial circuit. Apolline! Oh my god, Wolf! Wolf! Stop! Hello, Apolline. Looking ravishing as ever, even though I just met you. Who could be on the Final Fantasy 14?
E.
You. Mean to. No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand.
Yeah. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha.
where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from the underground and disperses vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of biological systems kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Lockfords in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean garden of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind, beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Eidolon unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos, in preparation for the Great Exodus, but that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that would allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Lockfords have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that, that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out. The construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions. You will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum after all. Your purpose is worthy of their trust. Your trust. Then let us proceed.
So freelance, you chose Alpha Node to be at the door?
Yes.
A particular reason why?
I just thought that it would fit.
Oh, okay.
Doing with Alphino the most.
You chose Alice.
What'd she talk about?
It's keeping healthy, I believe is what the gist of it was.
His was talking about, like, just putting our trust in him. I'm pretty sure that's what it was about, at least.
I don't remember fully. In a few days.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
Aussie fell.
Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Ether Burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Ether Burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Ether Burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity.
Calamity?
With more? Well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Bitch, there's much more pieces of Dalamud.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite?
So did I
from
mention
them?
we also have access to an elegant research facility?
Well, they probably
we
don't know that.
tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
I know I have a feeling this is going to be the next dungeon.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream.
Cream?
I'm sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Sounds like a job for someone else. The White Raven's ghost, it haunts me.
Heavens, are you alright? You look pale as a... Well... Best put that battle from your mind for now.
Jesus Christ, are you alright?
That's it.
All I remember is meteors.
Meteors.
There are multiple internal.
God, they're so self-aware.
So handling this ourselves may
you know
not
all
be
the
most
turns that
efficient.
people don't like.
Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously.
And a hearty fuck turn 9.
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us Heavensward.
Heavensward?
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Thanks, Arun. To be honest, one of your sisters didn't seem that occupied.
Of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all.
You see,
Are there other
Sarge,
ways we may offer aid?
it's
No
never been
shards
about the
of
individual.
lesser moon scar our soil.
The real
But
Endwalker
our
has been the
stake
friends we made
in this
along the way.
cause is no less
It's a bit about the collective, comrade.
That's right.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
No fantasy 14 Endwalkers, just a
What
metaphor
did you
for
say?
communism,
Oh,
you see.
You got friends in far places, lad.
The workers unite, we can
Anyway,
accomplish
if you're
anything.
offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Find a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
This guy likes to
I
sit on his
gather you
porch
heard
and
his
fish.
explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer.
That's Hayes.
I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just
All
like
the
that.
friends we made
Our
over every
refined adamantite
expansion.
is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Damn it, he is gonna have my seat on the council. Something is a reminder of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. You know, Krau's voice actress is a fan of Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's good.
So is Justinian. Krau's voice actress likes to believe Krau goes on like her own secret romances from time to time.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan Make.
I mean, who am I to dispute the voice actors?
Summon the best and brightest
Yeah, all the voice actors have their own like headcanons.
And form an expeditionary party at once.
Justinian believes he has like a family somewhere.
Blades for support as you must.
He's keeping hidden and safe.
Send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials.
As were I if I were a dragon person.
Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the stone torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
I'm proud of you, son.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Make money, you bastard!
Go ahead, make money, see if I care.
If circumstances are truly as dire as they say,
make money, you
Uldar's
won't.
best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and good speed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud. Oh, that's your Wayne, the leader of the Lancers Guild that just walked by.
Ah.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Oh.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come under hexed.
Still want your fucking dress, Lise.
Give it!
None of the shards
For some
in
reason,
Girabania are big
Squeenix
enough to
doesn't
hold
want to
a
make
Meteion
money.
top.
Oh, Best Girl Monago's right next to her.
So we said to ourselves, why not lend
Also,
our
yes.
neighbours a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
How
While it
dare you?
pains
The
me
heal-
to admit it,
The healer's right there.
you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
I'm glad she's finally brought that up. Because I started in Gridania, so yeah, Ida and Papi Lima were the ones I spent the most time
Then
with.
I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
God, everyone's shadow.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Aww.
Aww.
I do miss that little guy. Big sexy.
Yeah.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Dragon.
No, we don't know if it's a dragon yet.
That?
Now we know it's a dragon.
A dragon's roar.
Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea. Hancock! The Hancock fandom is dying. Retreat if you're a true cock
as
fan.
well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Keep in mind, if you don't, we will die.
Go ahead, make money.
They probably have
make money though.
They probably have
stuff.
some
Yes.
treasures, yeah.
Hancock? What a surprise
Hancock?
this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
What? Oh! Snake from the Four Lords!
Oh. Is that what that was?
Oh yeah, you haven't done the Four Lords, have you?
Nope,
We
not
should
yet.
get you on that, because it's actually pretty good.
Shit. I thought we were gonna do it together.
We can. Well, you were off doing your main quest stuff while we were doing that.
Forever.
Yeah. Oh. I'm Pokeballing. Oh, now we're good.
What up? Oh no, freelance. How are you supposed to play the critically acclaimed MMORPG if you can't create a new character?
says Justinian. If he did at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood.
I love it when they're aware of memes, it's great.
The deadliest of the Allegan defense mechanisms are no match for our allies. Yeah, you see the Allegan something or other are either the cause of or the solution to our problem. Let us do this. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantine and secrets, we will only know if they meet the requirements once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there all else we might do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I would be someone who knows a thing or two about Allegan technology. You there, lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. If only Master damn it. Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond in terms of our arrangements, but I suppose this is not to curry favor. Confident I am that we will succeed, I must be ready for every eventuality. This will also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. Nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while I wait for adamantite.
Yeah.
Off we go! Alright, no job too small. I'm assuming I'm like 8 away.
I'm into real quest on it. It would take you like 5 hours, right? Considering that's how I did it.
Well, we've been past a few of those hours.
No job too small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8.
Alright, we probably won't get to it tonight.
Oh.
Ow! Fucking mic sucks.
Oh. No, I can't do anything about that.
You can get a better one?
Perhaps.
At some point, we're gonna have to go hang out with Lunar and Shay.
What? No. Later.
Well, I want to keep going through the Aiden raids.
Yeah, but the main quest is right in front of you, Freelance.
Yeah? Okay. And we're trying to get them caught up.
Alright.
By the 8th once our work is done. Steady current, you. Talk to me. Even with all the power Master was managed to squeeze out the 8th burn, it's still not enough apparently. The Found 8s have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. All be well. Hello? Are you one of the new helpers? Yes. Oh dear, these things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over our current days. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be crossed by a misplaced a few units or what have you. Forum's got enough on their plate as it is. What with deciding who gets aboard Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? person, with being in person, having given such a limited capacity thus far. Whereas I've not seen this idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous living giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that behatted rabbit that ran by. Well, do I have good news for you?
Freelance, make sure you talk to everyone.
Talk to everyone around here?
Yeah. Talk to, like, when you see that, like, talk to people.
When I see...
Yeah, like the NPCs.
Oh, it's nice to see you again. You be pleased here. I've learned much since our fascinating discussion at Karatorium. It's all thanks to Uriande's. He taught me the finer points of cooking, which, despite my name, I knew very little about. So many dishes, so many hard-to-pronounce words. Actually, I was rather hoping he'd show me how to bake an Archon loaf. They're quite popular here, though it doesn't sound like it contains any flavor to speak of. Still, if that's the sort of thing your kind enjoys, I shall make enough to last the whole journey. We don't want that. Karki, I wasn't expecting to see you here, Freya. Sorry I didn't have a chance to say goodbye, and for having those other efforts to attack you. Terrible misunderstanding that. Not to worry though, as all have been said since recovered from a rather savage beating you administered. They bear no ill will, well, perhaps a little, on account of the savagery, but time heals all wounds, most anyway. Alright, rolling away.
Talk to Uriande.
It would appear the Lombards have infiltrated Charlian's most heavily guarded facility. How? I know not. I mean, they were allowed in. Well, just to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magic. What we're really interested in is 8 Days itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny, underground, miniaturized version of it. We're hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied, honestly. All that time to prepare, and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chance upon Uriande and your good self. See what dawdling about? Engaging in a chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? Wonder how... I should probably at least get the armor out.
Yeah.
That great big what's it over yonder? Ah yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation for you. He chuckles! This son of a bitch! Listen up, around.
Oh, also for you, the quests get quicker and quicker.
Yeah, it seems like it. So it seems like we're closer to the end than I expect.
Yeah. Well, after the dungeon and stuff, from this, it's 16 to the end.
Yeah? We're getting there, man. We're getting there. Alright, let's take a look at that. Take a look. What? I will say I was not expecting this.
Dress.
Yeah, it's a dress. Is it the same on tank?
The tank has armor on one of the arms.
That's it?
It's a different color.
Oh, it does look good on her.
I mean, I like it.
Let's see. How's it looking, Roland Berry? Ooh. Wish I had some Roland Berry dye with me right now. Junkmonger, do you have any Roland Berry dye? You're fucking useless to me! Alright. Not you, Mender, you're cool.
I waited to put everything on, and oh my god, it was awesome when I saw that. I saw like the full set put together.
I see they use frogs around here as well. Or, sorry, piragos. What do you think of all this, Rudy? You have a good time, Rudy?
Yeah.
Pet the Rudy.
You just hear like a squeak.
Or they go yip 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 yip. That's the noise they make.
Yep.
Let's be start partnership our own. It would be wise to allow them to form their own conclusions as to the functions of the various apparatus, rather than offer uninformed positions of our own. Unless it is known to me, thou art possessed of surpassing knowledge concerning the construction and operation of advanced Cerulean. What's it? Urianger, you son of a bitch. Pay full attention to your explanations, which I am sure will be most informative. That's it. Where is it? What was your word for it? Kitchens? That reminds me, Puddingway, our newly appointed chief of pudding research, a discipline he himself founded after sampling Urianger's delights, has gone in search of his ultimate sweet treat. Well, provided it's his pudding, as that's all he ever talks about these days. Have you seen him? No. He's lost. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magic is positively tremendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features? Okay, yeah, sure, I know everything. As you can see, there's the tanks.
Yeah.
They, where's the golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? Can I see that window? See that window, another pipe at the bottom? Ah, this must be for purifying water drawn up from below. Okay, I don't need to tell you that. Okay, good.
Yeah, you just need to... Hey, Free, can you do me a favor and,
hold on.
Look at them.
You son of a bitch! What are you doing here? I could see his fucking speech text from far away.
It's the boy.
You're an ambystoma, and especially a lively one at that. It would appear that the contact you observed in another time, another place, was approved for life in the outer world. Somehow.
It's the boy.
Hello?
Boy.
Well, wee!
See, you want to wind up Meteion. I want a stoma following me around. Meteion.
Yes, I want to. Yes, you can. I'm pretty sure you can get a wind up at Axolotl. Look it up. Look it up on the market. I'm sure it's there, but I'm not entirely sure. But I could have sworn there was.
Yes.
There is? How much is it?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I just know it exists.
Well, there you have it. You already have yours. I don't have mine. It's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tops and from bounds too. That makes sense. That's where they store the water. Do.
There, where can I get this creature?
Water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanisms, purified here and stored in that tower, or redistributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I?
Because there's truly nothing more adorable than the oddly Lalafilian face on the body of a moist-frilled salamander.
I knew I should really design its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For operates, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. You tell me there's no water on the moon? We have read over that people get there sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Thanalan are built near an oasis. I can only tell them the right thing to say. God damn it. You're never far from water. Oh dear, we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from dying out completely. It appears they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we calculate the average rate of consumption per individual. Not in the first place. You could not have noticed that many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not discovered here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Sadly, too many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth. Leopards may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Don't say that in front of them. Me. More valiant protected, they could not wish for Godspeed. I'm going to be right back. I need to check on something.
Right.
I want the cutscenes then. Alright, be right back.
Okay.
It's so funny when, like, Minnie picks her head up after sleeping for a bit. Because, like, the side of her face, the fur is kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Like, pushed in. Sorry, I'm just looking at the picture I just took. Thancred. This is Thancred. Might be possible that I can't show it because it's a JFIF image, and JFIF is the worst image format to ever exist.
You're a JFIF.
How dare you? That's actually the most offensive thing you've ever told me. Genuinely. Alright, here's a picture of her. That's what she looks like when she, like, just wakes up.
Where is it?
On stream. I also put it in, you know, general chat for Borderlands group. Here's Minnie.
Jeez.
As you can see, the left side of her face is kind of a squishy. Anyway, back to doing stuff.
That'd be your high chat image now instead of Neanders?
Nah. I kind of grown accustomed to the Neanders being there. I feel like if it wasn't there, things wouldn't be right.
Look at her. So sassy. I'm about to finish the role quest, so yay! Nothing happened.
Well, if not today, then probably tomorrow. I'll get to it, and then we can.
Then we can finish it up.
Probably, yeah, maybe before you go to work.
Oh, I don't work tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Then
we
Sunday,
can probably
and then
beat the game tomorrow.
I work Sunday, and then I work Wednesday. Then and then Christmas and New Year's is gonna be a clusterfuck, I'm sure.
Oh God. And you can't take time off on Christmas?
Oh, I took off. There was a sign-up thing where it was like you have to work Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I chose Thanksgiving.
Why'd you choose Thanksgiving?
So I could be with family in Florida.
I guess that's fair.
Because I haven't seen my dad in a few months, and last time was my mom, so chose Thanksgiving.
So how is he? Is he still British?
Yes,
Sorry
still very British.
Sorry to hear that. Maybe one day he'll stop.
Also, in more personal developments, he found out that he may have ADHD or ADD.
It makes sense, considering...
Considering all three of the children have it, yes.
I have ADHD, my sister does not, so there might be a chance that my dad does.
Or it's a recessive gene.
Yeah. Since you would start looking for new stars, you kind of have it. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Aetherius just so happens to provide you everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Pretty sure it's the latter. Pretty sure that's how evolution works. Pants! Pants! Pants!
Now freelance. Oh, you'll see freelance. You'll see.
Pants.
Oh, I'm way behind. Hold on.
Ooh, this is some nice pants. Look at them. Oh yeah. Oh wow, Freya, showing some leg. I see.
Those are not pants. Those are bloomers.
Well, I'm sorry, Sarge. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but they are for the legs. They are bottoms. Thus, pants.
They're bloomers.
They're bottoms.
Underwear.
They are bottoms, sir.
So your color matches mine. The panties on mine are a lighter shade.
Ah, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the legs parts.
The like actual like bloomers.
Yeah, I barely saw that. If you didn't notice.
If you just look at it, it's just underwear.
Oh, let's see. Ah, yeah, I guess. But then there's underwear underneath that underwear. So what is the underwear over the actual underwear? These are the psychological questions that matter.
These are the questions we shall consider at Endwalker.
This is the philosophy that matters, I guess. Where's the food? Both knowledge and consumers may be found at Meteion Agronomics. I'm not sure we should go to that place exactly. I would rather take you to the last stand, where people who know how to make good food are.
Where people that are doing food actually have food, yes.
Yes, I'm not looking for nutrition. I'm looking to have good food. Well, I'm also looking for nutrition, but good food along with it. I eat the Fiber 1 bar, for the fiber and the chocolate.
Yeah. That's good.
I haven't had a Fiber 1 bar in a while.
They're alright.
Yeah, they're good for what they're supposed to do. Inject you with a lot of fiber.
Yes.
Then again, apples do the same.
Do apples have fiber in them? Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure lots of fruits and vegetables do. Apples have fiber.
Guess I never considered it.
They have 4.4 grams of dietary fiber.
Oh.
Apples, bananas, oranges, strawberries all have around 3 to 4 grams of fiber.
Eat
in the apple peels.
Ah.
Raspberries win the fiber race, though, at 8 grams per cup. I like raspberries.
God.
Raspberries are great. I like how we just have this epic music playing while we're just escorting these tiny bunny people.
Yeah.
At one point, I do want to go through all this and, like, talk to all these people. Sure there's plenty of lore to learn.
What lore? They're Charlians.
They have lore.
It's knowledge.
They have lore. You know that boat in Garabania? The one that's on the mountain?
Yeah.
That's what brought people to Charlian.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was the boat. There is lore, if you look for it. Which, I mean, do the side quest.
Never.
Do the side quest. Oh yeah, I got a new mount.
Oh.
Yeah, baby! Got myself a unicorn.
Oh. Where'd you get that?
It's a conjurer quest. Just go back to conjurer and there'll be someone in the conjurers guild that has a quest for you. It's very simple. Just go do it, come back, you get the mount.
Neat.
As you'd ask if she was in charge, if they'd be willing to part with a few samples. This music isn't very befitting of this situation.
No, it is not.
What a fine mess this is. Oh, gee, casters, samples. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushing off my feet preparing for the Exodus.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
What?
When our biggest concern was how to go down?
Yeah. We should probably stop soon since Luna's in that chat.
Okay.
Become our new home. It's also set in Sunreal. Once we're done, yeah.
I need food.
Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully this all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, sure. You really managed to sample a little of your produce we made. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. Where to begin? I don't know, man. Eat what you want. I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Let's see if they are delicious as they look. Let's see, how delicious do they look? They look like they have about, like, 5 polygons.
Dare you.
Oh, let me get a closer look.
You judge every fruit by its polygon?
Yeah. Okay, no, that's like... that's a few more polygons. That's a few more pixels, I'm guessing. I like green grapes. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is so entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Mmm, delicious! That's certainly giving me food for thought. Fuck.
Boo.
Boo! I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. I couldn't have just said I like them. It's either I die for them. I'd rather eat eyeballs. On to the next treat. Yeah, sure, whatever. Where do you want to go? Oh, over there. What are those? Apple? Orange. Hey, first, a fruit, the color. Who cares? Let's eat. I have some tangerines I can go and eat, but dinner is about to happen. Can't find words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know? So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why y'all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are, in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in the field over there. Agriculture shock. I just saw the title quest.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I call that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? No. They are pumpkin. Perhaps the proper nomenclature is less of concern than the taste. Blech! It's also hard and flavorless. May as well be chewing on a piece of wood. This all there's nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense will try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it, cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder, though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Uh-oh. What is it? Is it a banana? Lemons. Uh-oh. No, don't eat them like that! Cookie away! What a wonderful fragrance with luck. I'll have flavor match. No idea how these are eaten. I'll just bite into it. My tongue! Is this poison? Oh no, he's in a daze! A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How could something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ah! But maybe sometime before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. No kicking away, I don't think you're smart.
What? How dare you?
Finish, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges, less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there's lemon, the deceiver! I still feel so violated! First time, was it? It's for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Whew, it is sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. It's funny that they make good food down here, and yet they make an Archon loaf. This is delicious! Although I still would detect the lemon, complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness would be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonize over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive.
Potatoes. Always take potatoes.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Such strength of will. Now I know what Heidling sees in your kinds. Well, I thought we are taking the level of hope with us. Mankind operates we are formed from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fate of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly, and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. It is the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet, civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. Be content with what we have, make the most of it. Utopia is a dream, and thus will stay one. We will never actually attain a utopia without there being issues. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins! What the fuck is lemonade? What in the hell's you're on about? And who are you anyway? Poggingway at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. What? Once you get there, you'll be able to try to make carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. Don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many ethers and species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Oh, god damn it! I skipped it.
Oh.
This... Was the rest of that cutscene important?
I don't remember.
I really need to stop bumping my controller against my fucking knee. ADHD will always be my downfall. Well, I'll look it back later on my own. Doesn't matter to you guys. I'm sure there wasn't really much. We got the brunt of that conversation, which is what we're here to do. Not everything can be saved. You know, we were made from the knowledge of the ancients, that kind of shit.
Yep.
So, but I still wanted to see the rest of the cutscene.
I don't think there was too much afterwards.
Yeah. Alright, after we're done with this quest, we'll be stopping the stream.
Alright.
Tomorrow,
do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I was wondering, do you know any other places famed for their cuisine? This limits is home to the Culinarians Guild and many less than savory establishments. The Far East has oodles of noodles.
Oodles.
Oodles. With time to visit, the more I learn that there's, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. The last Highlands orders to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. What the fuck do you think I'm here for? Alright. Well, we'll be stopping here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining me on this, even though we didn't get to the dungeon. We'll get to it next time. Tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem.
And then hopefully we'll get through the rest of the game, but if not, we still have time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Sarge, say goodbye. God damn it.
Bye.
There you go.